following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions.
All right, let's make sure the microphone works. There we go. Good evening, folks. Welcome here to the Piney Area Coaches Show. I am your host, Larry Pierce, and we got some great coaches on their way here. We got their big old pepperoni pizza sitting over here, and I already had mine, and I love my pizza here at the pizzeria. Also, as my salad as well. Got to have that to go along with it here at the pizzeria. Don't forget about the wings. They have great lasagna, and the salads are awesome here as well. And they have a back room back here. They got the big TV on, got the game on. If you'd like to have an adult beverage, they have that available for you as well here at the pizzeria right now. This month, if you on your orders, if you can hit a large one topping for $9.99, one limit for one per order here at the pizzeria. All right, as we get ready for Christmas, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone's having an awesome and blessed holiday season so far. And I tell you, we are going to start off here this evening. We got some basketball to talk about. We got the hoops tournament. We're going to be a part of that there as well on NetSN. So be ready for that. We're going to talk a little bit about that as we get ready to roll into the evening. But I'm going to start off here this evening. We're going to start talking about some basketball, some football, and wrap it up here for the football season as the Joaquin Rams were into the state semifinals this past weekend and this past week, I should say. And we were able to get down there and cover it. So, hey, guys, get y'all some something to drink, and I got you some pizza over here. There we go. That'll work. So we were able to go down on to Wood Forest Bank down there and cover the game on Thursday. The NetSN crew had a great time there, and the Joaquin Rams, they fought valiantly, but, they just kind of come up against a very good Ganado squad out there. And, Ganado, I heard somebody say that Ganado really looks the part of that state champion, and they really do. They have a good squad out there, and they look a lot like, what the Timpson Bears had that attitude and that mentality going into that state championship game that we got to call last year as well. But a great year for the Joaquin Rams, and so proud of Coach Jones and all the guys down in there. And I tell you what, Justin Brown, the quarterback, he had himself a great year, and I know that it was not the healthiest of teams going into that ball game there last week, but hey, there's no excuse. Those guys were out there fighting hard, and I know I saw Justin get hit a couple times, and where there was no way that he was going to come out of that ball game. And just a great year for the Joaquin Rams, a way to represent the Piney Woods there as well. And like I said, it could have been any one of those four teams that made the playoffs there in the Piney Woods, the way it all went down. So great job by the Joaquin Rams, and congratulations on the awesome season. And I also want to say once again, thank you to the Joaquin Athletic Banquet Booster Club, as they were able to get some really cool fan buses for the folks to go down. So I decided to ride down on the bus with the fans, and it was a good time. Met some really nice folks here, sat around some wonderful people. Had a really nice lady hook me up with a pillow so I could sleep for a little bit, because they really don't make those seats for the big guys, that's for sure. But we had a good time there, and it was a good bus ride down and back. And it was a great season for the Joaquin Rams, and I tell you, that was a good ride here for all the good folks in the Piney Woods. They were really, really rooting on everybody for that too. So we got basketball on the way. We got the Piney Woods area. We got the Piney Woods area games coming up this week. We do have basketball this week. We're going to spend this week in Sabine, actually, West Sabine. Actually, tomorrow we're going to be down there. What a great girls game it's going to be tomorrow, as it's going to be, I believe it's Torino and West Sabine. Yeah, Torino, West Sabine tomorrow down there. So Coach Bragg and her squad, we'll be down there for that. And so that's going to be a good game right there, and I can't wait for that. And it's just a girls' game only. It starts about 5 o'clock. We'll be ready for that. And then Friday, we'll be down there, and girls and guys, and two very, very good teams there, too, in the West Sabine and St. Augustine. So St. Augustine will be down there welcoming the West Sabine Tigers, or West Sabine will be down there welcoming the St. Augustine Wolves to town. That'll be on Friday. It'll be right here on NetSN. And then next week, as we get into Christmas week, I don't believe that we'll be here next Monday for the coaches show, but because give everybody ready for the Christmas week. And then we get into the Holiday Hoops Tournament, which we're definitely going to talk about at some of the games right here. And I will let you know right here on NetSN, every game that is played in the Holiday Hoops Tournament in Timpson will be here on NetSN, absolutely free to watch. Going to kick things off with Timpson and Emory Rains for the gal side, really, to go right there. So I know we got Coach Wager, we got Coach Wallace here ready to talk some basketball. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll talk some Shelbyville basketball. It is a Piney Woods Area Coaches Show here from the pizzeria on NetSN.
123 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook. Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your bid and you could be a big winner and save yourself lots of money. We're on Facebook only for our weekly auctions. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out on Facebook. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, where we will save you more.
Welcome back here to the Pizzeria, folks. As we got some good things going on here. We got some good folks out in the crowd. Looks like we have some rowdy Shelby County teachers over there. We got to keep an eye on for them, that's for sure. But we got Coach Wager going to step in here, and Coach Wallace going to join us from the Shelbyville Dragons. And I think that'd be good there on the sound. So, fellas, how's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Doing good. Awesome. Good to see everybody. Here we go. Get everybody turned up. All right. So I guess first thing we want to do is talk a little bit about some Shelbyville basketball. Got it really rolling on here after the football season there. But first, Coach, great football season. And, we had a great year, and it was a lot of fun to follow the guys. And I tell you, great for the Piney Woods on every way it all went down. And, the final game there was really good there for the guys.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations there. It was great. And I tell you, before, too, I just want to say, too, in Henderson that day with all the communities, both communities and everything that was going on, it was so awesome to see that atmosphere. It was really, really cool. So,
a lot of fun.
A lot of fun out there. So, all right, so here we go. Let's get into some basketball. Got the guys in the gym finally, but and two, here before we get started here, there's something out there that I want everybody to go vote for the DJ Barnes play, and it was good to get DJ back, so you get him back, and that's why we like to see DJ Barnes on the floor, right, Coach?
No doubt. I told his mom and dad after the game, I said, walked over there and shook his dad's hand. I said, he makes my life a lot less stressful when he's on the floor. So it's good to have number 11 back in a jersey.
Right. So, and then the other night, too, I saw him. He was kind of playing pretty hard, and he got banged around a little bit, but it looked like, you can see him wince a bit, but look, he just bounced right back up and came right back at it, though.
He's tough as nails. He's like Superman. So
he is. He's really, really good so far. Well, okay, so a couple of games along the way here. Let's start. We got to see you guys invited Timpson to town, and that was a great game over there with Timpson coming to town last week. And so let's start off there. That was a big game for you guys because knowing that Timpson had a little more time there to get prepared for it to be on the basketball floor. But that was a good game and a good win.
Absolutely. And, we were still down DJ Barnes that night. So we had some younger guys step up. Aiden Swindle, he missed all of last weekend with the flu. And I think he was coming down with it that night and he was feeling really, really bad. And he kind of powered through and gave us some really, really good minutes. So it was overall a great team win. Timpson Bears, ranked inside the top 10 now after big wins over Hooks and Reagan County. So that was a huge win for us at home.
Definitely. And yeah, I asked about it too, because I knew I'd seen online that he was under the weather for the Gary tournament. So when I went down there Saturday to watch you guys play, and I was asking about it, he said he was still sick. So, I mean, you had told me that he was going to be something special on the floor whenever I got to see him that night. That's why I was kind of looking forward to him putting some more minutes out there.
Right. Yep. And he's back. He was back today at practice, feeling a whole lot better. And so we're glad to have him back on the floor.
Definitely. And also, and added Coach Wallace to the Rep 12 coaches down there too. So it's been a lot of fun with Coach down there. He's an energy maker out there, I tell you for sure.
Well, he does not shy away from giving me his opinion, and I am very grateful for that.
Gotta have it.
No doubt. And he's added a big piece to our staff this year, and he's unbelievable. He's a jack of all trades. It doesn't matter what sport it is. He just wants to win. So
right. I'm with you on that. That's for sure. And Coach, real quick, I know you're the athletic director. You've been around all the sports here, but to be around a great basketball program you got going on, it's got to feel pretty good to be a part of all that down on the bench.
Yeah, no doubt. And like Coach Wager said, we just want to whatever we're doing, we want to represent it well. So anytime we got that logo on our chest, we want to be able to get after it and play well and have success. And it's been really fun. Last year doing what we did, basketball and going to the state tournament, and just try to keep these kids level-headed and understand, what we did last year doesn't mean, that's what we're going to do this year and got to go back to work. So just being a part and being able to see the day-to-day, it's been fun.
Definitely. And while I got you over there too, you got Jack of all trades talking about. Let's talk about some other cool things going on. I saw some really good stuff by the junior high and bands and things like that. I saw some academic state champions, I believe it was, through the Shelbyville there too. Yeah. So congratulations to those younger kids and all those grades through there. That's pretty awesome to see all that too.
Yeah, pretty cool thing. So there's this thing called the Texas Cup. That kind of ranks school districts throughout the state of Texas in your division. And last year we finished third, and that's academics, UIL, sports, band, all those different things all tied together to for your school district. We finished third, and so we kind of got a little taste of success for the whole district. And so that's kind of what we're chasing. We're really pushing that. And Mr. Osby does a great job for us. Mr. Kennan, everybody that is a part of that, and all the sponsors that we have that go along with that for our district to be able to be successful is it's just really fun to be a part of.
It definitely is, and I know the community and everything, just be around it over there, just really enjoy seeing all the good stuff going on there for Shelbyville too. So. All right, let's get into some more of the basketball here. We went to as I said, we had the Timpson game there, and then went into the Gary tournament after that, Coach. So let's start off with the first got some tough games in there in that Gary tournament.
There was a lot of competition down there in the Gary tournament, with state-ranked Jefferson and Little Centerville, who's cracked the top 10 in the 1A bracket. But no, I mean, we went through some adversity. We opened up with West Rusk on Thursday, still down a couple of guys, and, we're able to get an early lead and, play some of those younger guys, get them in the game. And then the following day we played Centerville, and they're tough. I mean, they got a couple transfers out of Lufkin Hudson that are a matchup nightmare, especially for us. And the guys, responded very, very well. And we got down early. We were down 18-8 after the first quarter. And adversity kind of punched us in the face, and the guys responded in an unbelievable way. We kind of went through a rough patch in the Alto tournament. We really didn't respond to adversity real great, and we kind of challenged them over the weekend and the next week, and they really responded over the couple days in Gary. We went to play Jefferson in the semifinals, got down big in the fourth quarter. I think we were down 14, and they just kept chipping away, and responded to adversity. Ended up, obviously winning with DJ at the buzzer. And so I'd say that's been the biggest growth for us over this tournament, is really responding when things don't go our way.
Right. I tell you, and then, I got to asking you about it because I was coming over on Saturday, and I sent you a message on it because it kind of surprised me. I thought you would be St. Augustine and you're going to be playing there, but Gary Bulldogs, I guess, pulled off a good Bobcats, so pulled off a good victory there. And we talked to them, and they're a good ball team, and really was. And after the ball game, you said, our guards were a little bit better, and we forced them into some shots that they probably didn't want to make, because they launched some threes that didn't go down, and I think that kind of helped out for us too. But that was a good win over a good team that was up and coming.
No doubt. Coach Wallace does a great job over there with those guys at Gary. They play unbelievably hard, and they're just gritty kids. And I knew it was going to be a tough matchup for us. They've got some size, and we were able to knock down some shots early and create a lead. And the way Gary likes to play, they like to pack it in. They like to take away the paint. Well, we got a lead and kind of pulled it up top and made them come out there and guard us. And I think we have two of the best guards in the entire state of Texas. That if you come out there and guard us in space, good luck to you.
Exactly. And I tell you, I love watching John and Geechee play, but and I think that John has come a lot, come a long way from where he was at last year in his game. And I just want to really compliment him on that, because I think Geechee plays really good too. But I mean, John I think has really advanced his game a whole lot from last year, from what I'm seeing. I don't know about you.
Well, he's really shooting the ball well for us right now, and he's kind of accepted a role of playing a couple different positions, that we're shorthanded at, and he really has. He's stepped up, and he's made some really unbelievable plays for, especially here early in the first 9 games of the season. And nobody on our team plays harder than John Mathis.
Right.
You don't ever have to question his motor. His personality at times, I love him to death, and he drives me crazy sometimes. But you never question how hard he's going to play,
right.
And you have to respect that when you're talking about John.
Yeah, definitely. And and Geechee too, just love getting down there. I got the chance to go down and chat with the guys before the game and stuff, and they were telling me some of the things, just having fun. And that's what I like about it, just having fun and joking around with everybody there too. So that's what I like about hanging out with those guys too. Aiden Shields getting a little bit of time too. He's kind of come back there out at some things. That's a great addition as well.
He's going to be, and not a whole lot of varsity experience, and
Right.
We're trying to get his feet wet, and it's tough. He's practiced here and there, and he jumped in and played against Jefferson in a game where the athleticism on the floor can kind of be a little bit of intimidating at times, and I thought he did okay, and he's still learning, and I think he's going to end up being a good player for us, but we've got a lot to work with him, day in and day out.
Right. But and also, you can't say enough about DJ Barnes. Like I said, we started off here a little bit. Folks, if you haven't seen it, it's on like a Coach's Corner, I think it is.
Yep.
It's a game that for a highlight, and it's really cool. So getting it up the floor here, and DJ launches up and it wins the ball game there for the Dragons in the Gary tournament. Go check it out and vote for it. I think he was in the lead last time I checked. Anyway, on that too. And also, he's also in there, and Mr. Texas, 2A quarterback of the year too. That's another way you could go and vote in there. And a lot of the guys getting district and all kinds of honorable accolades from the football season too. And a lot of those guys we're now into the football, into the basketball, and just the really great athletes here. As you always talk about, how you got to have everybody playing all the sports here in a long time too. So has it been the guys finally getting those basketball legs? Because it could take a little bit to do that, Coach.
I think so, and we run a lot the first couple of weeks during practice, and I think they're slowly getting in basketball shape, and we have a lot of guys that play a lot of minutes, so we're big. We kind of get thrown to the wolves the first couple of weeks, and we figure out what happens, but we've responded well.
Right, definitely, and too, another young man too. I know you wanted to get out on the football field so much, and you got to play finally. And there's Dallas Murray, and he's starting to get a little bit of strength back in that leg, and I saw him get fed really good. They were dropping dimes to him down, and he was making some plays, playing really good underneath against a little bit taller guys the other night, but he still held his own, played well.
Right. Well, he's another one of those guys that's accepted a role that he's not really familiar with. He's kind of been playing inside for us because that's kind of where we're shorthanded at. But he's very high IQ player, and he's always in the right spot, knows where to go, and he's really starting to get comfortable in that role after a few games in it. So he played really, really well the other night, and we tried to make the game easy on him, and he said, "Coach, this playing the 5 spot, this is kind of fun."
I'll take that all day long, right? That too, and then also a great addition out there. Another one of your guards, Tanner Doggett. Just a young man that's got a good motor. Saw him out there playing some really good defense, and he's kind of understand what you guys are telling him about how to slow up. But when we got the lead, take some time off the clock. So I think he did a good job passing the ball around too, working the weave out there for you guys. So another just a good guy that's going to be very helpful down the stretch.
Well, me and Coach Wallace talked about this either today or yesterday. I can't remember, but he's kind of sneaky athletic. He jumped up the other day. I thought the ball was going to sail out of bounds over his head, and he kind of jumped up and snagged it with 2 hands. And I kind of looked at Coach Wallace like, man, he can get up a little bit. Right. So he's our second leading rebounder right now. I think he's our leading 3-point shooter. So he's been a great addition to our team this year, and he's really going to help us.
Definitely. And I mean, if we could get him to get a little bit of that Dustin Parker attitude down there, and maybe be even better.
Hang on.
Dylan, not
Dylan, sorry,
not Dustin.
We need Dylan Parker's attitude, not
Dylan
Dustin
Parker. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. Dylan down in there and playing some of the game there, but yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed watching him out there play and moving the ball around too, and y'all are able to go a little bit deep there on the bench. So some of those guys too, William Walden, and some of those guys that are going to come off the bench for you, I think are going to get some good minutes and some good time here. So those are some guys that are playing good on the JV that are getting some minutes down there, so they can get into the program coming up when you're going to need them, because tournaments are on the way. We've got a big tournament coming up.
Sure.
So, that you need those guys.
Absolutely. And tournament season, especially when our JV's not playing, it's just our varsity. We like to move some of those younger guys up and sneak them in the game when we can. And even, if it's just to sit there and watch, that experience being on a varsity bench, listening in timeouts and listening to how we're coaching on the floor, all that stuff is valuable for the future more than what people really realize.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And I tell you what, this is a good-looking basketball team, and I think, Coach, you guys moved up in the rankings today to 3. Is that where it's at? I think that's where it is. So
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Like to take that here at the start of the season, because not only you guys, but I mean, going back to the football season, like we were talking about. I mean, all these teams over here are in the top 25, and they're going to be good, and you better be ready coming on with it too. And hey, that's good for the guys to have that right up there behind the Life End and Martins Mill, and then the Dragons. That's where they should be right now, and I think you guys can hold that and go right on through.
No doubt. And of course, this year with the big school, small school, that adds a kind of a wrinkle to the playoffs, with Martins Mill and Lipan both going to be small school, we'll be big school, so we won't even be in the same bracket.
Right.
And of course, some of those other teams, you don't know where they're going to fall. It just depends on who makes the playoffs and what the enrollment looks like. But it's great to be ranked up high. I think that puts a little bit of a bigger target on our back. And so we'll see moving forward, either our guys are going to accept the challenge or they're not. And I hope we respond like we've been doing the last couple weeks.
I think so too. And that's why I was going to ask you one thing too. Both of you guys here, with the kind of different little bit of a setup that you have to go with, because we don't have the bigger guys down up front, down under the post and everything like that. How's the cohesiveness of these guys working together, knowing it's a little bit of a difference than maybe what they were used to last year? Those guys coming in. So.
Well, I'd say the first couple of games it was a little shaky, trying to figure out how to play with each other, and there was a little bit of a fighting for a top dog position. But I think we've realized, especially after about game 5, that, we have so many good guards on the floor that, it's going to be somebody's night. And it may not be your night every night, but, good thing we have a bunch of options to go to where, if it's not somebody's night, we can still win ball games and go to different people. So I think they're starting it's starting to get a lot better, and we're starting to lean on each other and share the ball a little bit more. I think in the Centerville game we had
19.
19 assists.
Nice.
And so we're really starting to share the basketball and really love and care about each other. So
that's good, because, too, what I like about it is, those great guards out there, and that means good ball keeping skills, good ball handling skills. I mean, you're able to keep it away, so less steals going on out there as well. And it also gives you a good chance to, get some steals back the other way.
I think the big thing is the will to win. They want to win, so they're going to do big scheme of things. They're going to do what it takes to win. Playing Centerville, guarding a kid, 6'5", 250, 260, however big he was, big kid. We don't have that on the floor, and so our kids doing whatever it took to crawl back in the game, be tough, get rebounds, box out, and do all the little things you have to do against size. I think that's something that they understand is just being tough, wanting to find ways to win games. I think that's the big key to the guard play, and everything else is buying into the big picture, and I feel like we're getting pretty close.
Well, what we need to do is, whenever we know that they got a big guy like that, we just invite Casey Lee to the ball game. We just pull him out. Hey, Casey, you just stand here and do this.
I asked Coach Wager if we needed to get Casey out of off season for the Centerville game, and he said maybe, but our kids took care of it.
There you go. I knew they would do a good job, and that's it too. And like I said, I know they've given up a little bit of size, a couple of games, whatever, but I thought they really played fighting. Even though you are giving us some size, if you could be handsy without really committing too many fouls, you can still take care of business under there, and I think they did a good job of that.
Well, the biggest thing for us is, and we work, on defense every day, and being in the right spot and knowing how to help and knowing where the help's going to come from, and knowing the personnel, knowing who can shoot it, who can't shoot it, who I can help off of, who I can't. And our kids do a really great job of buying into when we go over the scouting report and really paying attention, so that they know in games and they can always be in the right spot, because sometimes our athleticism, makes up for it, but we don't have the size to make up for it anymore. So it's really important that, we buy into those details.
Right. Well, and also I saw Geechee out there trying to make a couple slams, and I saw him one time kind of come down there on his backside. So I hope he's going to be okay, and it has a little more launch point whenever he does. I'd hate to see him come down and hurt his back or something out there, but I got a couple of guys that could dunk it down if we wanted to.
We'll see. I think they call it dunks, but I don't know if it's going to go in the scorebook as a dunk.
Oh, okay. So there you
I
go.
tell them I just want 2 points.
Right,
I don't
right.
care how it goes in. So,
well, too, you got good 3-point shooters out there, and then I'm sure you tell the guys if they have that open shot, take it. And you got a bunch of guys that can shoot out there. Even Dallas, the guy could step out there in the corner and knock it down, which was really cool too.
So we got 5 or 6 kids shooting over 30% right now.
We're shooting lights out right now, and hoping we can keep that rolling. And but I think a lot of it has to deal with we do a great job of trying to get 2 feet in the paint and play downhill. And once we start getting to the basket, it really opens up the perimeter where people can't collapse or they have to collapse and help, where we can kick it out there and get set wide open threes.
Right. I tell you, what I like about the way you guys play, you guys are patient. You have a very patient offense. You have to make sure you're set, unless you have a good transition, but you guys set up really well, and you kind of know where everybody's going to be, and you make good, clean passes out there. So good basketball.
Well, I told the Twins after the game, going back to last year's team, and the kind of the style that they had played before I got here was kind of run and gun and go really fast, and they didn't have a whole lot of patience. And I told them, I said, if you guys think back to where we were this time last year in that kind of game where we controlled the pace and there weren't very many possessions and we held the ball and made them come, I said, I don't know if last year's team would have had that kind of poise to be able to do that. So the growth that they've shown over a year, I told them I was really, really proud of them for that, because now we play under control and, we can put our foot on the gas and go when we need to, but, when we don't need to, we can pull it out and make guys come to us. And that's kind of what we did on Saturday night, and it worked out in our favor.
Yeah, I'd really like to see what would really happen if you guys got running in good transition back and forth with all those guys out there. It's going to be, it's going to be kind of crazy.
We showed in spurts, but, we kind of
like it goes both ways.
Right,
yeah,
there you go.
Sure,
there you go.
Sure.
But got to keep up on the defensive side, too, and they've done a really good job there as well. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the big one coming up. And I know you guys got a couple of games this week coming up here, too. But the big tournament is the Holiday Hoops tournament that's coming up. And you guys I think your first game is on Thursday at the SEC somewhere there. I think the evening game.
8:15 were the late game.
Out there. So, and that's going to be a good game over there too, and I got to look. This is our first time really being involved with being in it, and we can't wait. We're going to do all the games that are in Timpson. We're looking forward to it. But what I'm thinking is I got to look at it, and I was talking to Mr. Fallon about this, and I was thinking, usually first rounds, you can see it, but no, not this tournament.
No.
You this is almost like playing in the Piney Woods basketball tournament here, because you better be ready to play it every night, all 3 games of this tournament, because it's going to be gone.
Well, there's 16 teams. I can't remember. I want to say out of the 16, 12 are ranked, and probably you could make a case for the other 4 to be ranked as well.
Yep.
So it is a gauntlet, and there is no easy games, and I would imagine probably every game is going to be close, and go wire to wire. So it should be a lot of fun. It'll be a big test. This tournament last year I felt like helped us down the stretch in our playoff run. Seeing teams like Tatum and St. Augustine, and really helped us down the stretch when we made our run.
I know that I'm looking forward to the final game. It's like 6:45 there in Timpson. It's Cisco and Martins Mill on the guys' side. So that's going to be one pretty awesome. We're starting off with Timpson and Emory Reigns girls. So that one should be a very, very good one there. So, that's going to be good basketball. I cannot wait to be in there. And so, and looking at that too, I think you're right. And even on the girls' side, I think that at least there's 7 or 8 teams over there on the girls' side that are coming in here that are ranked in there too. So this is a great tournament, 1A to 3A. And it's going to be all over the place, so folks will be ready for it day after Christmas. All right, if we could, guys, let's talk about Coach Harrington and the gals. I know they're not going to be in the big tournament here, but they've got a good start here, and they played very well there the other night against the Corrigan Camden to start the district. They got the win there. So Coach Harrington's pretty much got the girls looking pretty good to start off so far.
He does.
We beat Colemanville.
Oh, that's right.
Colemanville, not Corrigan.
That's right. We go to Corrigan tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. And I think he beat them pretty bad. It was like 70-19 or something like that. So, he's got them rolling. He plays a little bit different style than we do. He tries to run and gun and get the ball up on the rim a lot more than we do. And at times, they're a lot more fun to watch because of the pace of the play. But he does a great job with those girls and, getting them in the right spot and, we'll see what happens tomorrow when they go to Corrigan. I think they're favored. They should get a win and hopefully keep things rolling.
Right. And too, as I remember just from last year, and I knew she was going to be a good player, and Coach Wallace, you guys could talk about is Corey Lawson, just the improvement she's made from a freshman to a sophomore, and then the way she comes out there for the team, she's just a hardcore great player to watch.
Yeah, she plays a lot of basketball. She's a real good athlete for us, multiple sport athlete, plays a lot of basketball in the off season. And so her getting older and playing a little bit higher level in those summer leagues that she's able to play in have I've really helped out. And then I think Coach Harrington's style of play, kind of goes to her strengths. And just kind of, what we talk about hand in hand with the other girls that we have on the floor, make her better. They're a year older also. We didn't graduate anybody. And, them being able to handle the ball a little bit better and be able to score the ball a little bit better. I think that helps her out also. It gives her a little bit more space because there's more threats on the floor with more shots going up and a few more 3-point shooters this year than last year. So she's able to get downhill to the rim and get to the free throw line. And I think that that's kind of one of her strengths in her game is being able to drive the basketball.
Right, yeah. I mean, a lot of girls out there on that floor there for Coach too, and I mean, he's got a deep. I think he's going like 7 or 8 deep or something on there too. So, and yeah, you're right, Coach. I mean, like I said, they made them make the playoffs last year, so they made a little bit. So they're building on that program, and it's coming along really good. And I mean, so I know they're not going to be in the hoops, but where are they going to go after another tournament?
They've already been in 3.
That's right. Yeah,
they went to Summerfield.
Yeah, New Summerfield, and then they went to Alto.
Alto and Gary.
So they finished up tournament play,
and they won the New Summerfield tournament.
Right. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. And so I know in the Gary tournament they looked like they started off pretty good there, but then they ran into a couple teams there, so didn't get into the Gary.
They were missing some girls on Saturday for the ACT, and then I think the same thing. We had some girls out for a competition on Saturday at the Alto tournament. So it's been. We've had some good wins. We've had some bad wins. I think learning the new system and everybody kind of getting together on that. There's been some rough times, but heading into district, I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah. So now they're not going to go there. So they're just going to kind of take some time off here and just kind of stay in the gym and kind of work on things, get ready for district around. I think it's the 3rd. So whenever it starts off somewhere around.
Well, we'll play on New Year's Eve against Hemp Hill at home, and then this coming Friday is when we open up district against Sherino at home, and there'll be 4 games. So a couple of them over the break, and then of course you got holiday hoops mixed in there. For us, girls won't be playing, and then another district game will start after the break.
Right. Yeah, actually, I think I've got a game that on New Year's Eve. What did I say I was going to go on New Year's Eve? I think I'm going to go to the Beckville at Tennehalls, where I think I'm going to go down there for that ball game. Kind of sit up there for that one. But yeah, I didn't know for sure if everybody's going to try to play on New Year's Eve. I know it's kind of earlier in the day that day, usually probably for a New Year's Eve game. But I mean, if they're going to play, you can get out there, right?
Right.
Yeah. All the way just how the calendar fell this year.
That's kind of the way it rolled out there.
Well, with us going from a 7 to an 8-team district, and then of course the district we were in also is now 8 teams, so we having to start district play just a little bit earlier, and so now there's for the boys there's 2 games before the turn of the new year, and for the girls there's 4 games.
Right.
So it adds a little bit of a wrinkle to it. You start district a little bit faster, and so a few more games added in there down the stretch.
Right. I tell you what, a great district's going to be too, and I mean, we got a lot of great games. You guys are going to be coming up on, and we're going to be in St. Augustine. We're going to be there coming up there soon, and we're going to be there to cover that ball game. But I know you got good folks down there in West Sabine, and the Coach Bragg over there. We're going to be down there for Coach Bragg and her girls tomorrow night. They got a tough task ahead of them and the Lady Owls, but that should be a good one for the girls tomorrow night. No Coach Bragg down there.
Coach Bragg will have them rolling, that's for sure. And they're going to get up and down, and they're going to pressure you, and kind of do what she does. So right. It should be a good one tomorrow night.
Yeah, she's got the girls rolling. They're picked to win there in the middle of their district there as well. And then on Friday night is West Sabine and St. Augustine down there. We're going to be down there to get our first real good look at the Wolves. I know they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be kind of one of the teams that really going to have to really watch in this district. I think Shelbyville and then St. Augustine. I mean, 2 top teams so far.
I hope so. And Coach Randall does a great job, and they have athletes all over the floor, and they're 9 or 10 guys deep. So we're gonna have our hands full with them the couple times that we play them, and that should be fun both times.
Right. Definitely is. And I tell you, you got a lot of good basketball on the way, folks. And guys, I tell you, Shelbyville's got a lot of great fans, and they followed around all over the place. And they had good fans there in Gary. Like I said, I just kind of went out and got to watch the game the other night for the first time. I figured it'd be the last time I get to watch a game before I have to start getting on it too. But love the fans, and they were right behind it, and getting up there with the fans and everybody. And I want to apologize to you folks, okay, real quick, because I heard about it. Yes, in the Timpson game, I had my robot camera there. And yes, it did hit the floor a couple of times, and I'm trying to figure out how that thing works, but I'm going to make some adjustments, and I think I got it figured out. But I apologize for that whenever that does happen. But yeah, that's something really I've added there because do a lot about myself, and that way I ain't got to worry about the camera. Just sure. And it's all good. So I got to work out all the little wrinkles. But anyway, I apologize, Dragon fans. I'll have it worked out. I promise. If not, I'll just go back to working to myself. That's the way it goes. There you go. But guys, I tell you, it's been a lot of fun. The football season is great. And the volleyball season was really, really good, in the band and all that other. Now we're ready to go into the basketball season, and we got great stuff coming up in softball and baseball as well. So good stuff there to Shelbyville, and great community, great coaches. So real quick, I know it's down the road, but we got some new coaches for baseball and softball this year too. Who are those, real quick?
The head baseball coach is going to be Coach Joey Williams, and the head softball coach will be Coach Sarah Rupp.
So, Coach Rupp's going down now. Mm-hmm. So there we go. Got Coach Rupp down there, and that'll work. And so I'm looking forward to that too, coming down as we get out there as well. But guys, I tell you, it's been real fun here so far. Thank y'all coming down here and join us on the show. I don't think we'll be here next week. Give everybody ready to go. Time for Christmas and everything like that too. And so I hope everybody's had as much fun listening to it as we've had putting it out there. So
yeah, no doubt.
It's been a lot of fun. And two folks, yeah, we're working on some other things, and I know I've said it a couple times, but I'll probably be doing some more folks joining us as we go along here, especially starting into next year, and then that may give me the opportunity to be an all-time Shelbyville Dragon.
So we're pulling
announcer. So there we go. We'll see what we can do. All right, guys. Before I let you go, though.
Go Dragons.
Go Dragons.
There you go. All right, folks. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on the Piney Woods Area Coach Show on NetSA.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
All righty, folks. Larry here, back here, as we're getting ready to wrap up the Piney Woods Area Coach Show. But I thought we'd talk a little bit about some of the things we got going on. As I said, we got some great games on the way. We're going to be at the Torino in West Sabine. That is tomorrow night. That is on the girls' side. 5 o'clock is the start time. We'll be on there just before 5 o'clock. And then on Friday night, we'll be back in West Sabine, and it will be the girls and then the guys for West Sabine and San Augustine, as the Lady Wolves and the Wolves come to town. That should be a very, very good game there as well. The Wolves lost a tough one there there in the Gary tournament on the guys side, but the girls, I do believe, won the Gary tournament over there. So good job there by the girls. And Coach Cloudy got the girls working really good too. They were an up-and-coming team last year, and I knew they were going to be even better again this year, and they are looking like it so far. And then the hoops tournament comes up on the 26th through the 28th, and then on a New Year's Eve, we will be a 3:30 ball game. We've got a schedule right now. We'll be Beckville Bearcats at the Tennehaw Tigers. That should be a very good basketball game right there. And then once we get into district play, we'll head into January. It will be Joaquin at Beckville, Garrison and Joaquin, Shelbyville, San Augustine. So we got all kinds of great games as we get ready to roll into the district season, and just a lot of great games here on NetSN as we continue with our coverage here up and down the Piney Woods. And we'll also get into some baseball and softball action too. We'll call teams, Timpson baseball and softball. We will also have Shelbyville and also some San Augustine baseball in there as well. West Sabine has some final games down there. They have some teams in there too, so we'll get those in there again this year, as we got a few of those last year as well. So all kinds of good stuff still to come as we get ready to go into 2025, but still a lot of great action here into the basketball era as we go through the rest of 2024. Hope you join us right here on NetSN. And one more time too, I want to say a big thank you to Coach Lewis and Mr. Fallon over there in Tennehaw for allowing us to be a part of the hoops tournament. It's going to be a good time. I've got a really cool bracket that I'm going to be putting out there that people can keep up with, and any game that is played in Timpson during the Tennehaw tournament can be found on our NetSN lineup. So that'll be 5 games on a Thursday, 8 games on Saturday or Friday, and then 6 games on Saturday for the Tennehaw tournament, all from Timpson. That's where we will be for that one. So join us for that. A lot of great teams, and as you heard Coach Wager say, a lot of those teams are in it. There's 16 teams, at least 10 or 12 of them on the guy side are ranked in the top 25, and on the girl side, I'll probably say 6 or 7 of them there on the gal side. So it's going to be some great basketball, and also can't ever beat the awesome food here at the Tiger Cafe, right? That's right. So join us as we get underway. 12:30 on a Thursday here on NetSN of the 26th. Timpson and Emory Reigns on the gal side. Friday we'll kick everything off at 9:30, and then Saturday we'll kick everything off at 9 a.m. That's the hoops tournament down there in Tennehaw, and all kinds of wonderful teams going on right there. Once again, I want to say thanks you to the coaches and the communities and all for allowing me to be a part of all the football season and everything that we had up and down the Piney Woods. It was a great football season, and looking forward to another one again. And next year it's really going to be good for all these Piney Wood teams. Once again, it's going to be a hard-fought district, as it always will be here in the Piney Woods. All right, but that's going to wrap up the show here for us tonight. And the Rick Meeks show will be back next week. I know the guys are wanting to get the Rick Meeks and Hiram Harrison show on as they get ready for the Center basketball season. I know that Center will be playing Henderson tomorrow. I believe that's here in Center at the Coliseum. So join the guys for that. That'll be for the guys tomorrow evening as Henderson comes to town. And then on Saturday, Silsbee will be in Center. That's going to be a good one. Silsbee in Center Saturday at the Coliseum. All right, here on a NetSN. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, wonderful night. We're going to wrap up the show here this evening, and we'll be back next. Well, we'll be back next year. I don't think we're going to be back here for the Christmas next week. So we'll be back next year for the Piney Woods Area Coach Show. Hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, and Merry Christmas. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless each and every one of you. We're out here. Bye-bye.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America. God bless our troops. And God bless each and every one of you.